Did you ever wonder how just a few simple insights could transform your life? Imagine if you could unravel the wisdom of one of history's greatest thinkers, Socrates. Today, we'll explore 9 profound lessons from his life that shine a light on our own paths. The first lesson is arguably the most famous. The unexamined life is not worth living. This statement pushes us to reflect. How often do we go through our days on autopilot, driven by routine? Socrates urges us to peel back the layers of our existence, questioning our values, decisions, and beliefs. Understanding ourselves is the foundation for true fulfillment. Now let us dive deeper. The second insight is Socratic questioning. This method isn't about seeking correct answers. It's about fostering deeper understanding. Ask yourself, why do you believe what you believe? Examine your assumptions. By challenging our thoughts, we can break free from dogma and cultivate a more nuanced perspective of the world. Our third lesson stems from Socrates' views on virtue. No one does wrong willingly. This might seem counterintuitive at first. When someone harms another, it's easy to label them malicious. However, Socrates believed wrongdoing stems from ignorance rather than an inherent desire to harm. This thought invites compassion, encouraging us to seek understanding rather than judgment in others. The fourth insight involves the idea of wisdom. Socrates famously said, "I know that I am intelligent because I know that I know nothing." This humble acknowledgement of our limitations is foundational to learning. It sparks curiosity and opens the door to endless discovery. Embracing humility allows us to grow and evolve throughout our lives. Next up is the importance of dialogue. Socrates spent countless hours engaged in conversation, exploring ideas. He believed that through dialogue, we sharpen our thoughts and clarify our beliefs. Engaging with others, especially those with different views, can expand our horizons and deepen our understanding of complex issues. Connections made through authentic conversation are powerful. The sixth lesson revolves around the pursuit of happiness. Socrates suggested that true happiness comes from virtuous living, not material wealth or external accolades. He challenges us to align our actions with our values. What do you stand for? When our lives reflect our core beliefs, we experience genuine fulfillment. Moving on to our seventh insight, consider the role of fear. Socrates believed in facing fear head-on. Fear often clouds our judgment, preventing us from living authentically. By confronting our fears, we not only conquer them, but also discover our true selves. What if the thing you fear the most is what you need to pursue most passionately? The eighth lesson is about the power of self-control, an essential virtue. Socrates taught that mastery over oneself is critical for a harmonious life. In a world full of distractions, practicing self-control helps us align our actions with our intentions. Imagine the freedom that comes when we act purposefully rather than reactively. Lastly, Socrates invites us to embrace the idea of community. He believed that wisdom is enhanced through collaboration and shared experiences. We are not isolated beings. Our connections with others enrich our understanding of life. Engage with your community, share your insights, and learn from the experiences of those around you. Now let us bring all these lessons together. Socrates teaches us that life is an ongoing journey of self-discovery, dialogue. He compels us to question, to embrace humility, and to treat others with compassion. By doing so, we can cultivate a life that is richer and more meaningful. So, take a moment to reflect. Which of Socrates' teachings resonates most with you? Perhaps it's the reminder to examine your life. Or maybe it's the call to seek dialogue and community. Each lesson is a stepping stone toward a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. As you venture into your day, let these insights guide you. They're not just ancient lessons. They read timeless truths that can pave the way for a fulfilling life. Remember, Socrates' wisdom endures because it speaks to the very essence of what it means to be human. Let this be an invitation to live not only with intention, but with curiosity and compassion. Embrace the journey. And remember that the adventure of understanding is where the magic truly lies. What will you do with these insights? Will you let them shape your perspectives and actions? The choice, as always, is yours. As we reflect on these insights, let us dive a bit deeper into the application of Socratic wisdom in our everyday lives. Imagine living fully aware of your decisions and how they impact your world. The practice of self-examination isn't just a one-time activity. It's a continuous journey that nurtures our growth. For instance, consider your daily choices. Are they made out of habit, or do they genuinely align with your values? When you wake each morning, ask yourself, what does this day mean to me? How can I act with intention? These small inquiries can produce profound shifts in how we approach our lives. Now, let us focus on that second insight, Socratic questioning. What does it look like to engage in this practice? Picture yourself in a conversation with a friend. Instead of merely agreeing or disagreeing, you begin to ask questions like, what makes you think that? Can you explain your reasoning? As the dialogue unfolds, you both discover deeper layers of understanding. This not only enhances your connection, but encourages critical thinking, a vital skill in today's complex world. Moving on to that powerful notion that no one does wrong willingly. Let us consider how this perspective can redefine our responses to conflict. When a friend betrays your trust, it's easy to feel anger and resentment. However, what if we approach the situation with a mindset of curiosity instead? By asking, what led them to this decision? We can foster compassion and perhaps see the situation from their perspective. This doesn't excuse the harm, but opens a space for dialogue and healing. When it comes to wisdom, think of it as a canvas. Every interaction, every piece of knowledge adds color and depth to your understanding. Embrace the idea that the more you learn, the more you realize there's still so much more to explore. This journey requires setting aside arrogance and opening yourself to new experiences. Now, let us talk about fear. Socrates understood that fear can keep us paralyzed in our tracks. Picture a tightrope walker. Each step hesitates as they look down. But imagine if that walker focused only on the goal ahead, the cheers of the crowd, the joy of accomplishment. When we confront our fears, whether it's speaking in public, changing careers, or even starting a new relationship, we might just find strength we never knew we had. You possess the power to redefine the narrative of fear into a story of resilience. Attaining self-control, our sixth lesson, can feel daunting in our fast-paced lives. Yet, think of it as a muscle to train. Just like a weightlifter gradually increases weights, we could take small steps towards self-control. Start your day with a moment of mindfulness. Before reacting to potential distractions or stressors, pause. Reinforcing this practice can lead to a greater alignment between who you are and who you are. Your self-control can reinforce your commitment to live authentically. It's about creating boundaries that serve you, whether turning off notifications during dinner or dedicating time to read each week. Each choice reinforces who you are at your core. Let us return to community, the final insight. Socrates thrived in the company of others, contemplating life as questions together. In times of isolation, reaching out could be profound. Whether it's joining a local club, volunteering, or simply engaging in conversation with a neighbor. Remember that genuine connections enrich our lives. Forming bonds allows us to see the world from different perspectives and reminds us of our shared humanity. As you navigate the challenges and triumphs life throws your way, keeping in mind Socratic insights can serve as a compass. These lessons are not only about individual growth, but also about how we engage with the world. They emphasize the importance of relationships, empathy, and understanding. Incorporate these lessons into your daily practice. Set aside time for reflection, nurture your curiosity, and cultivate meaningful conversations. When you step into a challenging situation, remember Socrates' wisdom. Instead of seeking immediate solutions, Ask questions that lead you to deeper insights. When faced with conflict, approach it with understanding rather than anger. By doing so, you pave the way for a life that embodies the very essence of what Socrates stood for: truth, virtue, and connection. Reflect on these teachings. They offer not just guidance, but an invitation to live more consciously. Socrates challenges us to navigate the complexity of existence with grace, curiosity, and a commitment to better ourselves and those around us. So, carry these lessons with you. Let Socratic wisdom light your path. And remember, the journey of self-discovery is not just a solitary endeavor. It's a shared human experience that connects us all. You might find yourself revisiting these lessons at various points in your life, each time gaining rich, new layers of understanding. True wisdom, after all, is an evolving tapestry woven through our experiences, reflections, and connections. What will be your next step? Will you take a moment to question your assumptions or reach out to someone new?